Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Stay Faithful podcast. And when I do a show, I got to bring in some heavy hitters. And there's nobody bigger than Mr. Lee Gowland. How you doing, Lee?
How are you doing, Ty? It's a pleasure to meet you finally.
Pleasure to meet you. This is awesome.
Yeah, I like the way you put that, heavy hitter.
Yeah.
If you'd seen us 6 months ago, I was even heavier.
Well, you told me you recently lost how much weight?
Yeah, so 2 stone.
Well,
2 stone would be about, I think, 15 kilograms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're dropping pounds.
I am. I'm dropping pounds. I'm back into my Kittle jersey.
Yeah, I see that.
That's why I'm doing it. Get back into all the 49ers stuff I've bought over the years, and I haven't been able to wear for ages.
So that's the real reason why. You got to be able to rock those jerseys.
It's got nothing to do with health. Yeah. Yeah,
health be darned. It's all about rocking your jersey, especially during the season.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's Thursday. It's the morning of the 49ers versus Giants game. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah. And obviously, you know why I'm excited. Today is my 50th birthday.
That's right. I was going to say that. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And I thought this was the perfect way to celebrate my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm not a big parties guy. When the party's to do with me, kind of makes us feel uncomfortable a little bit. There was nothing else I really wanted because I kind of buy anything I do want. It's always 49ers stuff. Literally, my whole wardrobe is red and white. So I just thought, you know what? I can probably get a cheap trip out there. So I flew in late last night, got in for 7 o'clock at the hotel. I fly back home on Saturday, so it's literally 3 nights. 2 full days, and that's it. And I just wanted to be there at the game. I thought being in that game on my birthday, with the game day pin with my birth date on, and then the program and stuff like that, I thought, I've got to be there. That's the perfect thing for me. Yeah,
that'll be a great memory. You know, definitely. Something you can say on my 50th. I did this. Yeah. I was there.
Yeah, and hopefully the Niners are going to put up a 50 burger.
Yeah.
I made a really bold
That
prediction.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be like the cherry on top of the cake, as they say.
Definitely. Definitely.
So, you got to let me know, being from the UK, how'd you get into American football? And then, of course, how that translates to becoming a 49ers fan. Let me know.
So, for me, I think it was quite easy because I've always been very sporty. I've been into all sports. It doesn't matter what it was. I was never ever in the house when I came home from school. Straight out in a pair of football shorts, football. Right. And when I say football, soccer. Yeah.
Yes.
I occasionally played cricket, but I was never that good at cricket. But anything, even running, I go running all the time as well. So back in the 70s, early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, there was a program on UK TV called Dallas.
Yes.
And it was quite popular. And I think that's why they showed this little clip of the Dallas Cowboys and San Francisco 49ers. And it was because it was so popular. I think it was only about 20 seconds. I believe the Dallas Cowboys won that game. But the thing that stood out to us was this team playing in red and white. Now, back home, my soccer team is Sunderland, who play in red and white. So straight away, that resonated with us, the red and white. And I was only like 6, 7-year-old at the time. And I saw these gold helmets, and at the time I actually thought they were made of gold, and I thought, wow, that's cool. That is absolutely cool. I'm rocking that team. So that's how I got interested in the San Francisco 49ers. It took years before I could actually follow them properly because there was nothing on UK TV. It was difficult to get hold of any sort of publications until Channel 4 came on board back in the early 80s, 82, 83. And then they started showing American football once a week. But the problem with that is, what we would get to see on a Sunday night was an hour's worth of highlights from the previous Sunday's game.
So you're a week behind.
We were a week behind. But to us, it was absolutely fantastic because we couldn't get that type of coverage in the UK. So we took it on board. We watched whatever we could. And then as the decade progressed, we started to get publications. We had the Gridiron magazine, First Down, and all that kind of solidified my love of San Francisco. And it helps that the city's marvelous. It's such a beautiful city. Yes. And obviously it's used in so many movies. Yeah. You kind of see it. And that kind of, you link the two together, and I just love the whole place.
Yeah. I too. It is quite wonderful. Coming out here, if you've never been to San Francisco, you got to come out, visit. Yeah. It is a beautiful city. And of course, they got the best team in the world. So, you know.
We've got the 3 best teams in the world.
Oh, break it down.
Yeah, San Francisco Giants, Golden State Warriors, San Francisco 49ers.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, let's just chuck in one that's not quite in San Francisco, and we'll go for San Jose.
The Sharks. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 great sporting teams.
So tell me, you're the president, 49er Faithful
Yeah.
UK. Tell me about starting that and watching it progress and grow over the years.
So it was actually started by a guy called Mike Palmer back in 2010. Mike Palmer and Brian Davis. They started the group. I came on board a year later in 2011. I think I became an admin in 2012, and I kind of rolled with it with them and helped them out. They had a vision of what it was going to be. They wanted to centralise the whole fan base in the UK to one particular group, so we'd have better meetups, stuff like that. And it was running well for a while, but then there was a falling out back in 2015, and the group kind of shattered ever so slightly. And what I wanted to do, because I've met so many people and had so many friends, I wanted to keep them all together.
Yeah.
So I said, look, I'll run the group, and I'll run it a slightly different way, because it became obvious to me you're not going to please everybody all the time.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be upset with the way you run the group. So you have to think, what's the best way to do it? And for me, it was to create a community. Yeah. A place where people come together, talk about the Niners. You can be critical of the Niners, but you have to do constructively. Yes. So you can't just say, oh, this play's garbage, because it's just toxic, and it spoils everybody else's enjoyment of it. So we had these guidelines put in place. We want to be open to minors, people under 18. Yes, indeed. So we don't allow foul language. That gets deleted automatically on Facebook. We've got a filter to do that. We try and keep everything as cordial as possible. And we try and promote people to basically stick their hand up and say, look, can you tell us about this? Because we've got members who have only just started watching the NFL. We've got members like myself who's been watching since the 80s. We've got members who are still learning new stuff. And to be honest, I still learn new stuff after watching it for all this time. And I'm not afraid of saying, look, can somebody explain this to us? Because I must be misinterpreting what it is. So we've got this good atmosphere. And back in 2010, 2011, I think the whole approach to getting members in was to blanket invite as many people as possible on Facebook. Which is understandable if you want numbers. But to me, it didn't quite work, because when I took over in 2015, one of the things I did, and luckily enough, Facebook had only just introduced it, was group insights. So you could go in and have a look at engagement levels. And our engagement level was under 10%. We had all these members. We had 3,000-4,000 members, and very few of them were actually participating. So the first thing I decided to do, and this wasn't easy because Facebook don't make it easy, is get rid of as many inactive people as possible. And I had to do that manually. And I don't know if you've ever done that on a Facebook group, but it asks you to confirm, asks you to reconfirm. And you have to do it every single time. So I had to do that for pretty much 4,500. So by the time I'd finished that purge, we've got
the purge,
we'd get down to about 700 members. So that was my baseline in the October. But with that 700 members, we had a 90% engagement rate.
There you go.
So everybody that was in there,
that's ideal.
So as time's gone by, we back up to over 3,000 members on Facebook. We've got over 5,000 followers on Twitter. We inching close to 600 followers on YouTube as well. And engagement levels are through the roof, because we make sure the posts are done in such a way that it does promote a discussion, rather than somebody coming in and just dumping and running. You know what it's like. We all follow the San Francisco 49ers, so we get their updates. Niner News, 49ers Web Zone. All stuff like that. It pops into your feed anywhere. So the last thing that you want to see in the group is people sharing those posts, because you've already seen it on your feed. So again, something that's not very popular, and we have lost a couple of members over this. We ban spam. So if we see it being spammed, they just dump and run. We'll just delete it and get rid of it, because it doesn't offer any value to the group. It doesn't create the quality. And that kind of works well. A lot of people turn around and say, yeah, ever since you've done that, it's much better going into the group, because you know you're going to see something that you want to respond to, you want to discuss. So that works. And we get rid of duplicate posting, but we do give that some sort of leeway as well, because people do get excited when there's a piece of breaking news. And they want to speak out about it. So we allow that. It's very similar to our game day thread. We don't over-police it as far as the language is concerned on the game day thread, because you know what watching sports like. It's a very passionate. And you have to let that passion come out, because if you stifle it, they're not going to enjoy the game. So we'll turn a blind eye and just get rid of it. where normally we would say to somebody if they post in the group and they had foul language in a normal post, can you re-edit that please?
Yeah.
Take out that and then we'll go. So we'll just get rid of it. The person that posted it had essentially done what their objective was, get it out the system.
Exactly.
And we can get rid of it because in the game day thread, it's like thousands of comments.
Yes.
They're not going to go back and look at
everyone's
it.
back in there engaging and, did you see this? Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So over the years, we think we've gotten it right. We think we've
Yeah.
nailed the way to do it, to keep the quality flowing and to keep everybody happy.
And that's the key to it.
Yeah.
I was going to mention it, and you said the key word is the quality
Yeah.
of the posts in the group. It's the quality of the discussions that I believe keep people coming back, keep them engaged, and they want to discuss and learn. Hey, what's going on? You know, someone posted, hey, I'm new to the group just yesterday. Someone posted, I'm new to the group. I'm here to learn about the 49ers. What can you suggest? And I'm like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the grail right here. This is what the group is about. Not only growing the community, but helping to educate, learn, correspond with one another, and create a great quality just environment that all can be a member of. And it's not just UK, it's global.
It is global.
It's gone global.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the guys over in Denmark who are coming out with us to the gold mine in November.
Oh, nice.
Kim Thomas and Bo, they're coming out.
Mm-hmm.
They are absolutely crazy about the 49ers. We've got the guys over in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got the German Niner Empire and you've got 49ers Germany, two different organizations. They are absolutely dedicated to the 49ers. I think there's a few of them at the game today.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'll meet a couple of them.
Yeah.
I've met some of the German lads before, Sebastian Smith, Michael Reuter, some really good lads there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right, it's global. Australia, New Zealand, they've got their own fan chapters down there.
Yeah.
A guy from Spain, Luis, he got in touch with us a few years ago and asked us how to go about setting up a fan chapter. And I believe he's got a growing fan chapter over in Spain as well.
Great.
And
That's
it
great.
is.
Did you foresee like this just global community starting to grow?
Not globally, not like that. I knew in the UK we've always had a really strong fan base for the NFL.
Yeah.
Regardless of what people say, and it still gets us. I had this conversation on the plane over as well. Saying, "Oh, it's not very popular in the UK, is it?" I said, "Well, actually, yeah, it is.
It is.
It's incredibly popular. It's just that you don't see it because you're not really that involved within NFL."
Right.
But if you are, you realise how popular it is.
Yeah.
You can't walk down the street without seeing somebody with a piece of NFL merchandise on now, whether it be a cap, a jersey, a hoodie, a t-shirt.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yes. I visited the UK 2 years ago, and of course I had on my Niners gear, and of course I got a few Go Niners. Like, hey, and it was like, okay.
Yeah,
it's real. It's happening.
It is. Yeah,
it's a thriving community here. So,
and I think we feel really honoured over at the 49ers for the UK because the 49ers reached out to us a good few years back in 2015 now. And we started engaging with them, trying to find out how we can do things better, how we can help them, which is something I've always been conscious of. I need to ask them what I can do for them. It's not about just take.
Yes.
We have to give
back.
Yes. And I think that's why the relationship works so well with myself and Nick Clark. We're trying to grow the UK fan base. I work in business and I'm an operations director. And even though it's slightly different the way we do things, I'm business-like enough to actually have a look at the strategy and say, you know what, if we want to grow it, if we want to do some marketing, this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
So I did actually present them with a manifesto, a strategy document at the start of August. And this is when I thought they still had the same marketing company, but they're actually getting rid of them because they didn't really do a very good job in the UK. So Nick and Ali Dickon, they've reached out and said, look, can we sit down and talk about this? There's some marvellous stuff in there. We'd like to go forward with a lot of the ideas that you've put forward. So it's not just about creating something that's going to grow the UK fan base. Everything I put in that document, you can use across the globe.
Oh, there you go.
So
if it's applicable everywhere, right.
If it works in the UK, it will work everywhere else.
Yes.
It will, without a shadow of a doubt. So I'm looking
That's
forward to seeing how it grows.
Yeah. Brilliant. See, look at that. The man behind it all. You just don't know. So one thing we got to talk about, 49 Faithful UK, is the flag.
It is.
And the flag it's a representation of the group. but it also has like a lifeline, a lifeblood of its own. Can you talk about how that has just grown?
Yeah, I mean, it exploded last year.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely exploded, and I think it was purely off the back of me being at the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
So previous years, I've always said to people in the group, who wants the flag,
Yeah.
what the price is. And because there was only a few people, maybe 10 to 15, the price was quite expensive for what you were getting.
Yeah.
And I can understand why people would turn around and say, no, I don't want that. And it always ended up being one or two people wanted the flag and that's it.
Right.
And then I came back from the draft and again, there was people saying, oh, can we buy that flag?
Yeah.
And I was very skeptical.
Yeah.
The first thing that came into my mind is, you know what, I'm going to go through this whole process again. Everybody's going to drop out as soon as I tell them the price.
Yeah.
And it's going to be just so much work for me to do. So I put the post in there, and sure enough, we had dozens and dozens and dozens of people saying, oh yeah, I want one.
Yeah.
Which we've had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the time when you say, right, I need the money, so I can put
Exactly.
the order. So I was expecting the same thing again. I was expecting maybe 6, 7 people. I didn't expect to get double figures.
Wow.
We had 160 orders.
Wow.
160
Excuse
orders.
me. That's amazing.
Yeah. I was absolutely gobsmacked. So the money started coming over my PayPal account, and once I got all the money in, I put that order in. And because we were buying such a large amount,
Yeah.
it brought the price down.
Yeah.
So at the moment, everybody who's got one of the 3x2 flags, they were paying about £20 and then posting packaging on top of that. So I think it worked out £24. I think that might be about $30,
Yeah.
something like that. So what I've been doing this year is trying to make it even cheaper for them. Because one thing I don't do is make money on these. I generally lose money because I always make a mistake somewhere.
Yeah.
Either I don't add in the postage and packaging,
Right.
or somebody forgets to select friends and family on
Yes.
PayPal, so I get charged
Yeah.
for the transaction. And rather than go, look, give us that 83 pence that I've just been charged,
Yeah.
I just forget about it. But it does build up over time.
Yes.
And especially now when we've got over 400 flags out. So it has kind of
Yes.
built up. So I want to reduce the price of that. And this year I've gone to a new supplier. I'm now on to my third flag to try and get the colours right.
Wow.
and this one is pretty much nailed on. The red isn't as red as I would like it to be, but it's dirt cheap compared to my previous
Yes.
supplier. So this is a 5x3 flag, and that set us back £19, including postage and packaging. Whereas the equivalent from my
cheaper,
previous supplier, that has set us back £62.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 times as much.
Yeah.
So I'm now getting the bigger flags in the hands of people who want to go out there,
Yeah.
making them more accessible for the smaller flags, for people who couldn't afford the 20, £25.
Right.
And it means it's just going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
Now, what we've tried to achieve is some sort of brand recognition.
Yes.
So you've seen the flag, that was originally our logo, and now we've gone to more like one based off the Mojave Desert 49er Faithfuls.
Yes.
I really like the way they got the ball, and then I think it's the Californian bear in the middle of that, and I like that. So I took the ball and I kind of created a shield for the 49ers, and then 49er Faithful UK.
Right.
And that's kind of grown and morphed a little bit. So we do have a Super Bowl version where it's got 5 stars at the bottom,
Nice.
which is very much the same as a Premier League badge.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what we're trying to think. How can that resonate more with UK members?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we've done that, and that brand has grown. And there will be a little bit breaking news coming. I can't break it yet.
I have been, stay tuned though, folks. Stay tuned.
I have been told about what's in store for the official watch party in October.
Oh,
and that's
nice.
all I'll say. That's all I'll say. But it is starting to get out there, and that's one of the things I put in the strategy document.
Yeah.
You need something that resonates with the local fan base.
Yes.
So if you're going to go over to the UK, you need to make it UK centric.
Yes.
If you're going to go to Germany, it needs to be German centric,
Exactly, yeah.
Danish centric, and that's how you grow the fan base. Because all of a sudden, I think I definitely want to buy that.
Yeah.
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 And because you're doing that, it will bring in new fans, and just using the community itself, I think that is the product. I don't think the 49ers players, the team, is the product.
Yeah.
I think that is the end goal, to watch them win the Super Bowl.
Right.
I don't think the organisation is the product. I think the selling point you have is the community. It's the faithful.
Yes.
When they see us interact, when they see us interact at Levi's games, when they see us interact in the UK at our local meetups, it's like a family.
Yeah.
It's a family atmosphere. Everybody enjoys it. I don't think anybody's ever had a bad experience at one of the meetups, and that kind of permeates throughout the whole of the fan base.
Yeah.
we have other teams' fans coming to our meetups just to watch American football with us.
Right.
And they stood there thinking, and they've admitted to it, I wish I'd become a 49er, but because I'm already invested in this other team, I can't. But this is unbelievable. This is out of the world. This is what we strive to do. And I'm more than happy to help any other UK team kind of generate that, create that atmosphere.
That's great.
And it's all about making it about the group and the community, not about making it about yourself.
Yeah, amongst the faithful, it is definitely community.
Yeah.
You know, no matter where you go, who you are, if you're meeting another member of the faithful, it's just like instant, okay, we're one.
It's like
we're brothers, we're sisters.
Long lost family member.
Yes, exactly.
Like.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just an unbelievable feeling to be able to walk into a room, see that SF on somebody's hat, and know you can go over, start talking to that person, and more than likely you're going to spend 3-4 hours there.
Yeah.
Have a couple of pints together and just talk football.
Exactly. In an instant, like that. You know, I remember being in Disney World, of all places, and just bumping into people wearing, 49ers hats, and it's like throughout the whole day we were friends. We were just like, hey, are you stopping to get a Dole Whip? Yeah, let's get one together, and just have a chat. It's like that everywhere, and it's great. It is absolutely great. The flag has taken on a life of being flown all over the world.
It has. So we set people the challenge. Anywhere you go, if it's a famous landmark, or even if it's not universally famous, if it's somewhere in your own city, but it's a landmark in your city, get the flag, get a photo in front of that. Because we want a photo of the flag in front of as many places as possible. And like you said, it's gone worldwide. But it helps that we have a few members who do dot about the globe quite often. Admittedly, I'm one of those people. But the likes of Eric Oregard over in Singapore, he's kind of monopolized the Middle East in Asia. Middle East and Asia. He's all over that because he goes to a lot of tech conferences. So we all look forward to what's going to be the next one. The best one so far has been Wayne Humphrey, who did one while paragliding.
I saw that one. Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Could not believe it.
That's thinking outside the box. That's taking it up a notch. And that was great.
Don't think that'll ever get beaten. I can't figure a way to beat that.
As soon as I saw it, I thought, okay, he just upped the ante. Because I was like, all right, I did one at the Louvre. I did one this place. What can I do next? And I saw that and I'm like, oh my gosh. The stakes have been raised.
Bungee jump, maybe? Bungee jump. Do we know any astronauts that are 49?
Exactly. There might be some.
There might be.
So you never know. But be on the lookout because you never know where you might see that flag fly. It's an amazing thing. And the group itself is amazing. I am always proud to represent and support the group and fly the flag because it's just a great community of people. And we're all part of the same fan base.
I mean, we love our football and we love talking about football. And we like learning as well. We love to learn.
Exactly. Nothing better than that.
Definitely.
So, how you think about the 49ers so far? 2-0. What do you think?
I think we're looking strong. I think the first game of the season, Colton McKivitz had a bit of a torrid time. He didn't look really good. And I wouldn't guess Spencer Burford looked even worse. Out of the two of them, I'm more worried about Burford because he has regressed so much from his first season. It just feels as though there's something wrong. And I'm struggling to believe that McGlinchey was the reason he played so well. I don't think that can be it. I hope he gets whatever demons he's battling with at the moment in his head sorted so he can get back to how he was playing last year. McKivitt's second game came in and he played much better. I was quite surprised how well he did against the Rams. So it's now looking good. Our offense is looking quite potent. Brock Purdy is still, it's still a dream. It's still a dream. I cannot believe how well he's played. He had those 3 overthrows against the
Rams last week.
Against the Rams. But I'm fine with that. If we're hitting the ball deep, then we're going to keep defenses stretched. We're going to keep them honest. It's going to open up the field. And at the moment, the intermediate passing route is his bread and butter. He's nailing that every single time. So if he can throw some overthrown throws that don't get picked off, I'm more than happy for them.
Keep the defense honest.
Exactly.
So I'm all for that.
Exactly. And the defense, our defense, is just looking phenomenal again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to believe we're getting better every year.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
It's
so exciting.
unreal.
Yeah. I honestly feel sorry for the poor New York Giants fans that have flown all the way from the East Coast to watch this game today. Because the way it's shaping up, they've lost the left tackle, the left guard, the right tackle's having a bit of a torrid time. So the O-line is a mess.
Yeah.
They've lost Saquon Barkley, the main runner. They've got Daniel Jones, who's a mobile quarterback, who historically we have kind of struggled against mobile quarterbacks. But I think last season, and maybe it's the season before that, we kind of nailed that. We stopped them somewhat. And you know Daniel Jones, he's always good for a few fumbles.
Oh yeah, he's got turnover in his blood.
And
our defense is opportunistic.
Yeah,
I think we'll see some turnovers tonight.
I think there's going to be a big score for us. A big score.
Oh yeah.
I even went as bold to predict a 50 burger. Put up on them.
I love it.
Well, that was more than likely because I'm 50.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we make it happen. You know, birthday dreams do come true.
They do. You're right.
So yes. So Lee and I will be at the game together. We will be having a ball. Lee, this has been great.
It's been fantastic.
Thank you once again. I can't wait to just root side by side with you at the 49ers game, cheering our team on. It's going to be amazing.
I can't wait.
Everybody, make sure you check out 49er Faithful UK, the website, the Facebook page, the Twitter account, the podcast, everything. These guys do a great job, and it's a great community. This is Lee. I'm Ty. Stay faithful, everybody.
Bang, bang, Nana gang.